Right, well, I just thought for the end of this term it would be rather a lovely thing to just sit down with our sort of pupil leadership team with Ben and Miles and Nadia and Maddie as they come to the end of their year in office. And it has been quite a year, and rather than doing the sort of normal kind of end of term film, we just thought it'd be nice to have a little chat and a bit of a reminisce really about the last 12 months. Also just a chance for me to sort of publicly thank all four of them for the incredible job that they have done over the past year in very difficult circumstances. They brought huge energy, innovation, creativity, and really sort of worked hard to keep people together and connected. So I'm enormously grateful to all four of you for your work and your support, and it has been a real pleasure and a privilege working with you over the past few months. I guess in a way it'd be quite nice just to get a feel from you guys, because you've obviously been out there and talking to people's in your houses and other year groups and your own year group. What sort of things you feel have been perhaps or that, from those conversations that have come through as sort of perhaps some of the highs and lows of the past 12 months. Don't know if anybody's got any particular anecdotes or stories or sentiments that they want to share.
Well, I think just generally everyone's missed out on the stuff that makes Canford, like all the co-curricular stuff. It's just, it's all been reduced to a screen pretty much in the last year, which has just been a massive shame. But, coming back and realising it all happening again has just been, so uplifting for everyone, I think.
And I think that sense of being together, isn't it? I mean, it was a really powerful thing last September, I think, when people came back and having obviously been away over the summer, and obviously we tried to do as much as we could last term, but obviously really difficult with restrictions. We're hoping, obviously, we're looking ahead to next term to try to create opportunities for people to do some of the things that they've missed out on. But yeah, I mean that obviously has got to be the biggest hit, and very tough in your last year as well.
Yeah, in Marriott we were reminiscing quite a lot over Christmas, because it was they made a very good, they made the best out of a bad situation with what we could do. People leaders had organised Christmas karaoke outside the dining hall, which was a big hit. That was quite a laugh. We could hear Imo Fairweather belting karaoke all the way from the sports centre, which was quite something. And the Christmas lights around the fountain looked beautiful. And that, so such a good Christmas spirit.
That outdoor Christmas carol service was
cool.
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? Yeah, I have to say the karaoke was great as well. What you guys probably missed because you were in supper is Dr. Neil and I doing a duet of New York, New York. But that was quite amusing. We didn't have much of an audience, thankfully. But
I was supposed to be dancing outside the theatre. I definitely saw you on the stage dancing at one point.
Yeah. I think I tried to pick a moment which wasn't too public, but I think it was Tiva Kent and Sophia Russell were walking past, and they had a good giggle. But then, to their credit, I think it was the two of them, definitely Sophia. They then got up on stage and did their own thing as well, which was good fun. Yeah, so it's that sense, isn't it, of just having been trying to find ways, and that was a great day when we had that sort of music playing and that sort of pop-up music day and so on, and Mr. Sparkle obviously doing the direction. I was walking around outside and you could hear all these sort of thumping as different classes tried to...
Quite in time, but it was for the best.
Yeah, it has been that sense of trying to create stuff. I mean, you guys have done lots of that. I mean, which of the sort of the things that you produced do you think make you laugh the most, perhaps? You did some good films and bits and pieces.
Oh yeah, those videos at home. They were quite enjoyable, filming the pigs and everything like that. Just trying to make people laugh really at home, and just trying to brighten up their day a bit really, and get them motivated to learn online, which was I enjoyed doing that. Yeah.
It's quite like filming with the ducks.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I think the big thing about lockdown for us was I found it really hard filming myself, so trying to film messages to the whole school, which definitely provided entertainment to my entire family because I had to film it about 20 times. And it's just odd because when you're speaking to people, you don't think about what you're saying or how you look and what you've said or how you sound. And then when you have to like film it,
And
it's
watch
really
it.
odd.
So
And then you end up
embarrassing.
having to stop, pause, get really angry at yourself because you just can't do it.
You just have the ability to sound all of your imperfections in the video. You get to look at them again and again and
And
again.
then
It's like, oh.
Well, I have to say, Mary, you came across very professional. So, you know, and then when you moved from that very sort of smart wooden studio, because I think you
Oh,
moved
yeah.
house, didn't you? I mean, you know, all of them, and Nadia had to broadcast from Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few places.
Yeah.
Started off broadcasting from Singapore, and then it was Switzerland, and then one video from Miles is
Yeah.
all over.
Yeah, no, really difficult. I mean, that sense of I mean, how did it feel this time, sort of, because in a sense, this particular term, the lockdown period, I think was far more frustrating and fatiguing. It was harder, wasn't it? I think, you know, people still did an amazing job, you know, both sort of staff and pupils. But you know, it was. I think we were more fatigued, more frustrated.
Although we had the hope coming closer, we had the light at the end of the tunnel with the kind of testing at schools, be able to come back with the vaccine. So
Yeah.
there was more positives, I think, going around. We were less bewildered and unknown. There's still a bit of hope.
Yeah, and I think that's well founded. I think that sense of looking ahead to next term, and you know, for I think probably for the upper sixth in particular, you know, I think it's really important that we do all that we can next term to, you know, to give you those chances to do things that you wanted to do and to be sort of connected, and that we will do. But obviously, you know, other year groups too. I mean, there's all sorts of things, you know, I mean, from shells upwards, it's been hard for them, you know, getting to know people.
Year 6 has been tough as well, because just having able to see people
Yeah.
in their year group. So they started online lessons. It's must be pretty daunting joining a class.
Yeah.
You don't know anyone, you can't even see them in person, because
Yeah.
most of the cameras might be on or whatever.
Yeah, a fair number of them. I mean, you know, most of them actually joined online classes halfway through the summer term, so before they'd even technically joined the school. So that was quite an achievement. But it's. I mean, what's been lovely is seeing the, you know, I'd say those new lower sixth coming back and gradually sort of, you know, I mean, probably it's taken a bit longer than normal, but certainly I've sort of seen them around, and you know, they've got stuck in and they've been involved in lots of stuff, and you know, certainly reading a lot of the applications for people leadership roles and that kind of thing has given a real sense of, I think those new ones, as well as those who've been here, have really embraced life, which has been fantastic to see. So, I mean, in terms of I mean, what about the sort of younger guys in house? I mean, how has that been in terms of being able to show that sort of leadership that you guys have got and that others have got? It's been harder. How have you managed to try and do that?
Well, in the day houses, we were quite lucky with we had the song competition, house singing, which was good fun. I don't know if it was any entertainment to you boarders.
Yeah.
It was good.
It was very entertaining.
Giving our best, and it was useful there. Lots of people showing leadership, trying to get the year groups to get together and actually do the practice. I know Wimbledon, we were out on the pitches quite often, trying to get the house together at break times, which was more difficult than it sounds. And I think we all pulled together quite well.
Yeah.
Produced 3 half-decent house songs,
Yeah.
and some very good quality.
Yeah, I mean, under the sort of bubble circumstances and everything else,
Yeah,
it was really impressive. It was obviously frustrating not to be able to finish that off, but who knows what lies ahead next term.
Well, yeah, it's such a shame we didn't manage to get to perform it live.
Yeah.
But Max Rich has actually been trying to compile videos of everyone in house dancing and then singing.
Brilliant.
So we were trying to get an online version basically,
Yeah.
up and running, and everyone was getting really involved with it. And they're really keen. So.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what might be possible next term.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, shake off the dancing shoes and
Might be a bit
loosen the
rusty.
vocal cords.
Yeah.
And I think from your perspective, I mean, you know, looking back on the past year, I mean, you know, obviously in normal times there'd have been other things that you would have done. I mean, is there anything that you feel as, you know, the pupil leadership team, you know, that you feel particularly proud of that you've managed to achieve this year under these circumstances?
I think the videos that we kept sending out, trying to keep everyone going, was probably the biggest things. I mean, looking through our camera rolls, we must have a stupid number of videos and attempts. And I remember just trying to create the hands face to face videos, and
Yeah, that was fun.
our ideas trying to get outside and get positive messages
Yeah.
across. It was it's probably that, trying to keep, because that was our main aim really, was to keep everyone going.
Yeah.
And motivate people. Yeah.
Trying to build a sense of community when we're all spread out across the world is so hard, but I liked it when we did the birthday shout-outs,
Yeah.
that was nice. Just keep spreading the positive word.
Put like a funny message and quite like a serious message. So when there were the big posters of us doing like hands, face, which made everyone laugh, but like it still got the message across.
Yeah, talking about it, which is the key.
And they're still up. Some of them, there's one of you still up.
I'm in the dining hall.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And of course, Ben and Nadia with your high class tour around school for open day, socially distant. I mean that had huge number of views as well, and it was something that we had some really great feedback on. That it was great to be able to see around the school, and that you guys came across incredibly well with that sort of.
The live question and answer thing we had for the open day
Yeah.
was just good as well.
Yeah.
All socially distanced, and talking through.
And it got all different year groups involved, which was nice.
Yes, and that was a good feature, definitely, and that's been the thing, hasn't it? I mean, it's trying to find those things, as you said, Nadia, of keeping people connected, keeping that sort of sense of community going. I mean, obviously, not having had external fixtures in sport or the ability to have audiences in concerts, or obviously with the Shell pantomime, we were able to have some audiences. I think we were probably the only theatre in the country that was actually doing live performance in that week. But that was fantastic.
And even when we were still online in the summer, I remember going around on social media, some of the challenges that are going out. It's like the 555, where we donated £5, nominated 5 people and around 5k. And that's those kind of challenges that went out really still kept the community together. Which I thought was a good.
Yeah, people got really involved with those things.
Really
enjoyed it. And the Round the World Challenge.
Yeah, exactly.
That was
Just
brilliant.
a big effort to keep the co-curricular kind of opportunities at Canford still going on from home.
Yeah.
So like especially with music, everyone was still getting involved and there were still opportunities, and it also allowed like the 555 people who wouldn't normally do that to actually get involved, and everyone was then nominating each other, and it kind of brought people together.
Yeah, and how about your families? Because I mean that obviously, one of the things that I've missed, I guess, massively this year over the past sort of three terms is, I'm normally on a sports afternoon. I'll be out having conversations with loads and loads of different parents and at concerts and things like that, and it's been really hard, I think, from my perspective, not seeing people's families in the way that, and getting to know the new families that have joined in the same way. I mean, I don't know how your families have felt. I've had some lovely emails from all sorts of parents and things, but obviously it's not quite the same.
Yeah, I think they just really miss just being here and just watching sport and just being around Canford life, really. They just feel a bit disconnected from everything, probably from being online, because it's not quite the same, is it?
No, it's not.
My parents got quite involved in the Around the World Challenge though. They covered quite a lot of distance.
Yeah, there were quite a lot of parents getting involved with all those online challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is quite good to see.
Yeah, and good for sort of the house element as well.
Yeah.
So, and that was great. And I mean, that got huge numbers of OCs and so on involved as well. And I think that's been an interesting feature of this is, a lot of the videos that you guys have made and that we sort of put out, a lot of the communications that have gone to OCs have had really big hits. Lots of people watching and feeling quite connected, I think, to what's going on, because of course they've been in their own their own sort of lockdown situation. So I think they felt closer to the school in some ways, because of, I say, the videos and seeing what you guys have all been doing as well.
Some of the big charitable kind of moves from some people, individuals, and the opposite especially. It's been amazing. Serena Blake, running was really amazing.
Will Toozy,
this
month. Still going.
Which is fantastic. Yeah, which reminds me, I need to do his Just Giving.
Yeah, Ed Loveridge in his half marathon, and just how he continued to, raise funds for his partnership that got cancelled. Yeah, I think it was really impressive.
Charlie Cameron walked across England.
There have been some really fantastic, and as you say, linking into that community partnership, the sort of charitable side, and that creative bit as well. I mean, I thought the house art was fantastic, with each one creating Christmas trees in a sort of you know, yeah, and that was hilarious. I don't know if you saw Miss Will and Sharu while they were driving around us.
They were in like a buggy or something and just driving around. I remember walking into house and just seeing like 3 like women in onesies, and I was like,
Yeah. I think you had an elf and a Father Christmas, and then there was
I just walked back and I was like, Christmas has arrived.
Yeah, as they went around, that was brilliant. No, it was a lovely sort of buzz. I think at the end of that term, it was, and thank you, as I say, because you guys were very much sort of, you know, drivers for trying to create that kind of atmosphere and with the ideas and things that people leaders sort of put forwards and others got stuck into.
We still had the house run as well.
Yeah, that was great, wasn't
Big
it?
thing.
House cross country, brilliant.
Still got through.
Yeah, I think we really made the most of the time we had at school, because we really crammed in all those house events like house football and house cross country, house art. I mean,
and the mixed boys and girls netball tournament.
Oh,
That was a big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was very entertaining.
Yeah, no, I think there's a desire to repeat that. I think there were some grudge matches. I think still to go on there.
Possibly repeat it in other sports as well.
Yeah.
I think they're trying to do it in lacrosse.
Yeah,
really
quite fun.
Yeah. Well, like I say, definitely, we're looking at those opportunities next term just to try and bring people together and open up things and hopefully have your parents in as well.
Yeah.
With outdoor stuff and so on. I know there's a musical planned and things like that too. So.
Well, yeah, I think everyone's really looking forward to coming back next term. And hopefully things are just going to keep getting better, really.
Yeah. And Mr. Weir's made a video for you on the key bits that we know about the results side of things as well. So but we'll work closely with you on that to make sure it's as good as it can be.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, right? I think it might be break time. Don't want to keep you away from your lesson. So I just finished where I started. Really, I'd say looking back on. What's been an unbelievably difficult 12 months. You have been fantastic, together with people leaders in all sorts of areas. With the sort of equality, people leaders have done a lot of stuff and sport and global. Yeah, the global guy. I mean, I think probably across the board, actually, it's challenged those people leaders to really step up and do things. But you guys have really given a lead to that as well and helped pull it together. So. Thank you so much. Thanks for giving up your break. And I've just got a little something for you. You'll actually have a more tangible and lasting present next term when we do some speech day next term. But with Easter approaching, there's just a little thank you for each of you there, just to keep you going through the Easter holidays. And as I say, I'll do a much more formal thank you when we get to the end of next term. Fantastic. But guys, thank you so much indeed. Cool. All right, take care.
Thanks very much then.
Thank you.